Alright, so restricted any percent. The restricted means that the game is capped to 60 FPS, so make sure vertical sync is on. And I'm gonna be explaining it on no cut, so we're gonna have to load a save and put in the code first. Extras, and the code is nocut5, with the O being actually a 0. Boom. You just quit out and you're ready to start your run. So for this category and any category that starts from a new save in this game, timing starts when pressing OK here. I'm not gonna time this run because, you know, I'm gonna explain stuff and it's not gonna be very fast. Yeah, timing starts when pressing OK here. And because it's no cut, I can skip all the cutscenes. Intro section is pretty slow. You switch to Elendil because he has the smash attack, and you want to hit these orcs with 2 at once. They normally take 3 hits to die, but the smash attack 1 hits them. These shield guys you have to attack normally, so all good stuff. Yo! Shadow Quake? Is it Shadow pronounced or Shadow? Same with these guys. Get rid of the shield and jump slam them. This guy sometimes has the tendency to run downwards, but to make you miss the jump slam. That's why I always like wait half a second. Taking a death here. Loses stats. We want to try and finish this level with 0 stats. And that means, taking that there just means you'll have to take 1 death less at the end. What I'm doing here is pressing the Y button, or holding the Y button, which brings up the character menu, and you're immune while doing that, so you can just stand in front of Sauron and he won't take any steps, which loses time, except for these attacks, which you will have to walk a bit forward for. If you stand too close, he'll try to stomp on you, And if you stand to 4, he'll walk towards you. Both loses time. I found the perfect position is right next to his foot when he puts his left foot forward like that. Oh. You have to be careful though that you don't accidentally switch out of this menu. So be sure to release the button before you move the joystick. Try to pick up as few of these blue studs as possible, but don't die. And here we're gonna do triple jump. So jump twice and attack at the end, and that gets you over. The timing is a bit finicky, so you'll have to try it a couple times until you get the hang of it. Triple jump again. If you attack right after the triple jump, you skip the slam animation. So that's a bit of an optimization. I'm only gonna take one death here because I died while climbing the volcano. So I don't have a lot of studs anymore. And you can lose 3000 studs inside the volcano. Be careful not to pick up these blue studs and these blue studs. Blue studs give you 1000 studs, so that's you'd have to die plenty of times if you pick them all up. Right, that was the first level. Quite slow. But it teaches you some mechanics, so. And 0 studs means we skip a good portion of this end screen. I think it saves 10 seconds on the end card. So as long as you don't lose 10 seconds while trying for 0 studs, you save time. Now just follow the ghost studs here. And into the next level. We're gonna skip this cutscene, but while we're doing it, we're gonna hold up on the D-pad for player 2. And that is what we call drop-in abuse. Normally you're in like a crawling, hiding state, but because of what we just did, we can jump and run around with Sam over here. Be careful not to jump into these logs, because you can't jump over them. You have to do that little animation. But if you're fast enough, you can skip one phase of the Black Rider there. Because we're on no cut, we are going to do this. Just because we can then skip this cutscene while holding up and hopefully doing the drop in abuse again. Didn't work. Did not work. Then we're gonna have to quit out of the level and re-enter. That's yeah, not that consistent. It does work sometimes, but no. Oh god damn it. See, this is why I don't time this stuff. Of course, I have to drop out player 2 first. So do remember to drop out player 2. Hold up on the D-pad while trying to skip this, and now you can run around again. Last part. If you're fast enough, you could try and jump this, but it's really inconsistent, so for safety I always go for this one. And here we're going to skip the Saruman fight by going under this bridge and trying to get up this ledge. There's like a bit of invisible collision there, which could help you get over the edge. If you were to play with cutscenes, you want to drop out of... not drop out. Restart the level at the start of every auto-scroll, because that means you can skip the cutscene at the end. This next part is the first part where I'm going to use one P2C, one player, two controllers. We're gonna try and walk together towards Bree here. And Sam is going to activate this quest.
You look like a helpful sort. Fancy making me a mithril trowel to replace my tatty old one? For your trouble, I'll let you in on a secret to help you seek out other quests.
And we're gonna leave Sam on the quest marker while Frodo goes into the blacksmith. once you have the mithril trowel, press B with Sam.
Oh, thank you so much.
And then you can run in to the end. You have a cutscene. We just skip those. And we walk towards the next level, being Weathertop. Normally you go around, but there's this really handy rock up here, where you can just jump up. And make the line a bit straighter. This part is also 1 P2C, while Sam collects some stuff. We're going fishing with Mary. So Sam collects the wood there, grows the tomato plant. Mary fishes and goes up here to start building this. Pick up everything with Sam. You don't fall off with Mary. That was my bad. I just remembered I should have also... While doing that, you also want to break this piece of wood with Sam. And now you just smash B. Been a while since I've played this, so I might have some mistakes. Hello, Paxo. Bonjour. Here, if you're fast enough, you can try and jump on this bridge. And get faster over there. This part, you want the triple jump, but the first jump will be more towards the camera because there's an invisible wall there. We'll see if I can... demonstrate it once again with this guy. So you want to jump towards the camera for the first one and keep the attack for really late. Keep the attack for when you're as high as this platform, and then you should have a big altitude change again and land on it. At this point, I normally jump Mary over. And then, while I'm building that, to get him up. So that is ready there. While the fire is going. Right. I downed it. So this jump we're gonna do from this rock, and then we're gonna double jump towards that ledge over there. Then this jump from this rock, and we're gonna go up right here. And it's kind of finicky to get the angle right here. Especially on 60 FPS. It's way easier on higher. Alright. So you want to delay your second jump up a little bit. You want to do that, and then get up to this point. Make sure you avoid the ring race here with Frodo, because if they catch you, that loses a bit of time. And for the rest, it's just trying to optimize your 1 PTC a bit. This is also a pretty difficult 1P2C section. Start building the fire with Sam here. And start tossing some rocks with Aragorn to get the torches. And get the last one with Sam. And then light boat torches for Aragorn. And then hit the Black Riders. Simple stuff, but quite intricate 1PTC if you're not used to it. Right, at this point we're just going to horsewag our way to Rivendell. Horses in this game, if they're in the air, they keep all their linear momentum, so you can do 360s and they won't lose any speed for that. That's what we call horsewag.
Where am I?
Normally this section is like the longest cutscenes in the run, but we're gonna skip them. So just make your way through Rivendell, a bit of optimization, jump over here. You managed to get the same crash 20 times in a row in this game? How so? What crash? At what point? In this section you want to switch to Legolas, because that's the guy who we're gonna be using towards the next level. To shoot these things. Oh. Make sure the rocks are all in place before jumping on them, because while any of those rocks are still moving, the death plane is still there. Right after Black Rider, where you normally get a crash if you move too soon. Oh no no no! That's the one I got. It didn't. It didn't matter when I moved. I realized it's compatibility issues with Windows 10. When I run the game in compatibility with Windows 7, it works. Alright, this level. It's gonna be not the most difficult tricks, per se, but pretty difficult character management. We're gonna need 3 characters, Legolas, Sam, and Gimli. And what I do... And then the start, we're gonna use Aragorn to throw Gimli over a gap. You can just jump that with Gimli. Nice bit of optimization there. Here as well, if you just stand in place, jump smash, and then press B right after, you can go through the gate while the cutscene is still playing. Then we're gonna throw Gimli there. Here again, you can just jump over with Gimli. And this is where you're going to double jump with Legolas. And start doing the character management. So, Gimli to Legolas here. And then switch to this little guy. You can triple jump over with him. And triple jump over here as well. And now you got your 3 characters over this gap. Come on, Legolas. Shoot. Thank you. For this section, we want Sam. So what I always do is I leave Legolas on P1 always, and I switch P2 between Sam and Gimli. Yeah, Paxo, running in compatibility mode with Windows 7 fixed that issue for me. We'll run across with Legolas. Oops. And I don't know why he doesn't have a bow anymore. You can just use 2 arrows, be it the second or third one. Doesn't really matter. I hope so. I definitely hope so. But for now, this is what we'll have to do. Right, so now it's Gimli's turn. Gonna have to carry him across this gap. Up here. And start building with Legolas while you switch to Sam. Slight optimizations. And switch to Gimli again. Okay. You can always try. You can triple jump this though. And then just carry Gimli over, that's the sensible way to do it. I'm gonna put Legolas ready here. It's easier to jump him over when thing is in place here. So now a triple jump Legolas over again. Wait a bit for the attack until you're at the same height of the platform as the platform you want to go, and then attack. And does that section done. It's in the settings of the file. I'll explain it after this one. Alright, some more 1P2C. Switch to Sam here while picking up this. For just explanation purposes, I'm gonna do them one at a time. So just start digging here and roll yourself up here with Legolas. You want to aim in this gap here, and it's quite easy to roll it then. Get across, push the statue. I wanted to say don't fall down. That's alright. You need to go back for this wooden piece then. And then while Sam is lighting the fire, go stand here and try to jump on this platform again. At this point I drop out, go to Boromir, pick up Gimli, who very nicely went ahead and came here, and toss him to Legolas. Put him down, switch to Gimli, double jump over, it's quite a tight jump. Hit that, and that's this part done. Now I'm gonna do this and then switch to Legolas. And this is quite straightforward. No tricks to this one. Just hit the tentacles when they come down. If you walk a bit back, the part you need to hit isn't like right in the water. I pick up Gimli here already, because I'm gonna have to toss him after he throws a couple of rocks. Go. Then I can toss him immediately. And shoot an arrow, and this way too long level is finally done. Oh, Shadowquake, thanks for the follow. I only noticed it now. Because my alerts are off. Whoops. Correct. I always forget that. Buffering the X input to shoot the arrow during the camera pan makes it so you can shoot it faster. Skip this cutscene. And onto Mines of Moria, which is even more 1P2C. Oops. First, put in the gear, and then put on the handle. Switch to Legolas because he has to shoot. Well, I'm gonna make Gimli build this. And this next part, no matter what you do, it always takes the same time, so I just go and put my characters up here, high and dry, and then I just chill for a bit. Most of this level is just, yeah, try to optimize your 1P2C as good as possible. You want to ignore most of the enemies, but in the next troll fight they can sometimes be in the way while trying to shoot the troll, so be careful of that. Wait for that. And start building with Gimli while going to the sides. One of the sides, doesn't really matter which one. With Legolas, once the troll attacks, you can go stand on this with Gimli. So the troll will instantly go towards him. Once he attacks there, or once he screams, he'll definitely attack whatever you do. So you can already move with Gimli there and start building the gate here. This is just sand cue when he's gonna attack. switch to Legolas. To build that gate. While attacking the troll with Pippin. And position them close to the gate so you don't lose a lot of time walking there. If you can bait the troll closer to Pippin, that's also fast. Again, put them a bit behind the gate here. So he drops Pippin in the correct spot. And then start baiting him forward. And there we go. That's the troll fight done. In this part you want to kill most of the goblins with Pippin, because he has the fastest attacking animation of the whole party. So as long as there aren't two at the same time, you can just kill them with Pippin. But now there's two at the same time, so I'm gonna get one with Legolas as well. They always alternate between left and right, so you know you always know where the next one is coming from. Remember to always switch Pippin out here, right before the end, so that he'll start running automatically while you can play it. So that saves a bit of time. See, everyone starts running. I'm gonna switch you to Pippin, you to Gimli. Pippin is gonna grab the water here, while Gimli attacks the rock and starts building. Pippin douses the fire. And Gandalf gets in position here. Gimli pushes the card, Gandalf gets the handle. Doesn't grab it. You've got enough time for Gimli to grab it here. Takes a long while before you can place the handle anyway. Well, you can grab the handle with Gandalf as well. It really doesn't matter who places the handle. You can just drop down here into the trigger. And here you go with Legolas, do 2 triple jumps across. Shoot these. And this is the shortest section of the whole level. And after this one, make sure you prioritize whatever Gandalf is doing, because he's gonna take longest either way. He's the bottleneck here. But while you're doing everything with Gandalf, you want to switch to Legolas and get across here. Then switch to again Aragorn, pick up Gimli, not Sam. Gimli and throw him over. Position Gimli here, where he'll have to hit the rocks. And now it's just full focus on Gandalf. The roll clip up the wall does not work on 60 FPS. That's for when you're doing normal any percent. After doing the hit here, drop out Gandalf. That skips a cutscene of them falling into the water. Then wait for the rocks to fall here. And end the level. Right here. Skip another cutscene. You can see Lothlorien there in the distance, but it's actually faster to press select and fast travel there. Another cutscene. And now you're just gonna go towards Amon Hen. Why hello, Sevaltsen. Hello from Belgium as well. And to the next level, Amon Hen. This is also 1 P2C level. With Frodo being the more difficult part, in my opinion. At least in the beginning, and then you can just ignore him a little bit. So start lighting a fire here, and do the first section normal with Frodo. Up to the pillar here. I'm just gonna leave Aragorn here while explaining this. So you want to roll on this backside of the pillar, but be careful not to push it. It gets harder the more you push it. So roll into this corner, and you can see that it gives you a boost. So when doing that, get out your sword. Normally you can't get out your sword, but if you're in the air, you can jump smash, and that gets out your sword. And once you have out your sword, you can do the boost again and get onto the stairs there. And that skips the whole Boromir section of this level, basically. And now you can just roll along with Frodo. Rolling is faster than just crawling in every crawling section of this game, so be sure to keep rolling there. And then continue your way with these three. You can actually still move around with the other player during this section. So I just smashed that Gimli brick during that section, but now we're gonna have to focus on these guys as the photo section is now done. Up. Damn it. Someone with actual decent 1P2C would do it better. It's quite finicky, these pillars here. Up. And just control with my chin. You don't actually need this tree. You can perfectly jump from this bush right here. Stop shooting. And here you want to go down right, up right, up left, and in the middle.
Frodo?
And there you go. Don't actually have to break the pillars if you can shoot the guys on top. And after killing everyone, go to the next section. These fights are really just trying to get in the hits as soon as possible. Nothing to say about them actually. If you can break these rocks in one hit, that's a bit of an optimization. If you can get up here before he throws his shield, then like this, then you save some time for him having to jump up. Also, never hit him before he's pulling on his shield, because that soft locks the level. You'll send some guys after you. Kill them, and then you can go up here If you jump at the right time, you can dodge his knives. He'll try to throw a shield at you. Wait until he's pulling it, and he'll stay up there. And he'll go immediately to the knife throwing, instead of having to jump up again. Yo, Bloodborne. You don't have to go up now, because he's just throwing his shield. And he'll hit him a couple of times. Yo, Bloodborne. Thanks for the 40 months, man. I'm sorry, but my things are turned off for the tournament and I forgot to turn them back on. Yeah, I forgot the name, but you know what I mean.
No.
Bananas. Alright, and that's the first movie done. Yeah, notifications, that's it. Amon Hen is basically lots of 1p2c. This level is the most difficult 1p2c, but if you're starting out, I think it's better to do both separately. I'm gonna explain them both separately. You can try and do them together, but yeah, that's quite difficult. First, we'll do the Gandalf section. That's the shortest one. Just climb up. You only need one block there, just the red one. Even if you don't put it on anything, it's high enough so you can jump up. Bit of an optimization. Jump up here, and you don't have to break the stairs there. In this fight, you can skip a lot of the attack animations by going close to him. He'll try to grab you, and if you dodge that, go close to him again, you'll skip the entire phase and go straight to the end of the first phase here, so you can hit him. Happens again, so go close to him again. Dodge, close to him again, he'll push you away, and that's the second phase. And again, up. That's what I mean with be sure to dodge, because he'll do an attack afterwards if he grabs you. But even if he does the attack, you can still skip most of it. And there you go. That's that fight done. And now we can do this part. We'll just do an entire lap around. This whole level is a circle, so we'll come out by the gate again if we keep going right. Quite simple stuff. Just go and grab every fish there is. Here, there's a triple jump. And this is very difficult if you're also doing the Balrog fight at the same time. We want to do this with Sam first. So you're gonna stand here, and then try to triple jump to this one, to this part. It's really difficult timing, and then double jump to this part. So it's gonna take a bit of practice before you get the hang of it, probably. So while we're doing this, I'm gonna grab Frodo. And jump that as well. Oh no. I just realized Sam might actually jump down again. Oh, he jumped down again. Yep. That's my bad. But yeah, this is the part where normally the fight is over and you can 1P2C again. Of course, if you do it them separately, you can 1P2C the whole way. Grab that fish. And here, I jump from this rock and try to do a triple jump towards that platform over there. Like this. Meanwhile, Sam can push this boulder. And we're back at the beginning.
This looks strangely familiar.
Because we've been here before. We're going in circles.
You'll have to grab a new fish each time you want to throw one in. And that's that part done. The worst part is done now. So go up here with Sam, and oh, makes it a bit easier. Just throw the fish at Gollum there, then he'll stop throwing that fish at you. Grab the fishing pole and be careful not to press B close to this circle, because then, well, he'll start he'll start throwing fish at you again. So grab the rope with Frodo in the cave here, and grab the hook here. Build the fishing rod. Get Frodo his sword out. Drop out, because the next trick we're gonna do works only if you have only one player. So Frodo beside this circle here, and press B, switch, and attack. And that way you skip the whole Gollum fighting part. And you get this funny glitch. So you have to switch to Frodo and attack while he's still throwing the rope. And if you get 2 hits in, close to each other, then you skip more than if you only skip, or if you only hit one. And do that third time, and that's the level. With that skip again, it takes a while to figure out the timing, but if you figure it out, then it's quite consistent. Now the game wants us to go towards the dead marshes here, but we're not gonna do that. Instead, we're just gonna drop in our second player and go do the Aragorn levels here. So, track Hobbits, Warg Attack, and Helm's Deep. And after Helm's Deep, we go towards Osgiliath. Normally you can't go there yet, but we use some invisible... Well, you'll see how we do it. And that way we can skip the dead marshes completely. Yo! Emil, 1 year. Thanks, man. Hello, hello. Notifications are turned off, sorry. I forgot to turn them back on. I'll do it after this. Right. So. This is the only real launch in restricted 20%. It's so easy to do in normal that it's even possible on 60. But now it's really difficult to get it done. Yes, second 1 year sub. Nice. So position Gimli in front and Aragorn behind this bush. Pick him up and hold the left direction with Aragorn. And if all goes well, he should fly pretty high. But as I said, on 60 it's quite inconsistent. That's the word. There we go. That should work. And once you're out of bounds, run towards here and hit that trigger. Break the rocks, jump down. On the right here is gonna be a red mushroom. I'm gonna use the height I get from that to jump up. And use the blocks there to get up on this ledge. And then finish the level here. One of the best parts of this level. Pick him up and start walking in here. And once he has his right foot forward, I think, drop him down. And you just dropped him out of bounds. So now... Oh. We're gonna walk up this ledge. But be careful not to go back inbounds, because that's a soft lock if you're a couple of areas ahead. Just follow the level here. And once you're down here, look there. If there's a white light, just move towards it. If there's no white light, move closer to the camera until the light appears. And then you can move towards it. That means the trigger is loaded. And that was Track Hobbits. Now, we still ignore Sam, Frodo and Gollum here. Still wants us to go towards the Dead Marshes. We won't. Alright, no problem, man. See you. Alright. So in this part, just ignore the enemies until you've done what you have to do. And try to knock Grima before the cutscene starts. Or the camera pan. And start building. Once Grima is caught, you can do the magic thing again here.
If I go, Theoden dies.
Oftentimes it's a lot easier to actually build it with Gandalf. Now the first section, pretty fast. And this is just chasing wargs. Trying to do it with Legolas is very difficult, oftentimes. But sometimes he gets a good aim. But it's easier to just swing your sword with Aragorn. And he just hits everything in the vicinity. Now here, if you can get Legolas to stay down, he can sometimes shoot a couple of these guys from the ground. Which is way easier than shooting them from on top of a wall. There we go. Bit of a chaotic level. And you're... It's button mashing. That's basically what it is. don't go towards that marshes. Take Gimli here and go towards this horse. And then ride the horse into Helm's Deep. That's faster than just walking in Helm's Deep. If only slightly. This first part is some basic 1P2C. And in this section as well, it's just about optimizing where you go. I first go to the right here with Gimli, because you want to end off to the left, because that's where the next phase starts. Take these two with Legolas and go stand over here, because that's where the next one starts. And pick him up. There you're right in the correct spot. There. Let's shoot these other two. And while Gimli goes to the left there, go to the height with Legolas and hit this one. That's all. She hoped.
Is this?
Now in this part, first time we're doing some real skip, I guess, for this level. We only go up with Legolas. So normally you have to push this, but we just go up. And just for explanation, I'm gonna kill that guy, that he doesn't hit me. I'm gonna stand here and then jump out. So first jump out, then the second jump is along the wall. We're gonna triple jump around these rocks. There's an invisible wall, so jump out and then triple jump back in. The attack is back in, first jump is out, and second jump is across. That's probably terribly explained. This one is gonna appear here. I found that this part is faster if you do it with your bow. So first start shooting and then move the left joystick to aim. So you won't move while using that joystick. Then just push the cars down, build the platform, and climb up. And then it's another scroller to end level. Don't worry about dying. It doesn't slow you down. There's nothing you can do to slow this down. Or to speed it up. It's basically a cutscene. And that's Helm's Deep. So now it's time to go and skip that marshes. Normally the game wants you to go towards that marshes now, and it thinks that's the only possible way you can go. But because the gaze just shifted off of Osgiliath, that means we can go there. And we'll use the invisible collision of a bridge that is not yet there. Well, actually a boat. Acting like a bridge. The boat is not there, but the collision is, so... We'll be able to cross the river and go into Osgiliath to hit the trigger there. So, that's what I mean. You can just land here with your horse and then get over. Jump off here, because navigating these walls with the horse is just stupid. Go there. And you can go into Osgiliath. And congratulations, you just skipped a level. Drop out further here. We're gonna do a fancy looking trick here with Faramir. So stand here, then double jump out and back in. So jump out and double jump back in. So you land on these stairs, but inside the wall. Then go a little bit more inside the wall, so that his face is peeking out. And afterwards, just start moving ever so slowly down. I wasn't far enough back into the level. Like this. And then... But be sure to not pop back in bounds. It's quite difficult not to hit that plane there. Now I pop back in bounds. You can also just do it from here, and you'll drop down here. But if you move too fast, you'll bob your head up and hit a death trigger or death plane there. So that's why you have to move quite slowly. But after you got out of bounds there, just move along. Be careful not to go back into the level. Continue to move along until you get to this point. So the two windows with the minikit behind it, and then this plant thingy on the wall. Go forward until you're here somewhere, and then triple jump into the level. Be careful not to go too far to the left, so that's why I jump smash to break the most left one. Because if you go too far, you'll trigger a Nazgul here, and that loses time and has a chance to softlock you. So just jump up the stairs here and trigger this Nazgul. Bring out your bow and shoot him. That's Osgiliath done. Now the end level. Last march of the ends. This is just going as tight as possible towards where you have to go, without going too close to the fire pits and stuff, because I'm just scared of that. My buddy just launched. Yo, flame laser, thank you. Now, if you're lucky enough, like me, that the second end is following, then you can 1P to see this end part. Sometimes he doesn't follow, and you'll have to do it with 1P, one player. So just drop him in. Be sure to make sure that the target is on the leftmost part of the tower here. Otherwise, he'll try to hit something else, and it doesn't work like that. Yeah, if you can 1P to see it, this part, then it's faster. Otherwise, you'll have to do one, move to the other, and do the other. And that's Osgiliath then. Oh, level Osgiliath. I'm good, thanks. And the second move done as well. So after Osgiliath, it has Aragorn and the gang at Isengard. We don't go up here with Frodo and Sam. That's 2 levels that we're gonna skip as well. So Aragorn and the gang are at Isengard. Just press select and fast travel towards Caradhras. You can take the path down, but running here is faster. And that triggers a cutscene. Quite long one. But with no good, we can skip it. And afterwards, we make our way to Dunharrow. If you switch to Legolas in the beginning, that's slight optimization because he can jump higher. And thus skip more of the path here. Like that. There's one launch that does still work, but it's really inconsistent. And there's a couple of roll boosts in this level. So, we are gonna be moving one PTC here. You want to be careful not to run into these pale spots. Or the cloudy mist spots here. The pale spots summon hands that grab you or try to grab you. The mist spots summon ghosts that try to kill you. So just break the Morgul blocks with Aragorn, go up, and some character management here. So here is the roll boost I was talking about. Stand here and try to roll boost on this part. And try to grab the handle like I just did here. And then you can open up the entrance without doing the whole puzzle bit. Be sure to dodge everything here. You can also do this part 1P1C if you're not yet familiar with it, and it makes it easier to dodge all the spots on the floor. Okay, so here, this is a really weird part. First, we're gonna go with Aragorn up, and we're gonna try and roll boost to the left of the skeleton. And that's gonna get us up. And we're gonna do the same with Gimli here. Now you don't need Aragorn with you here, but it's a slight optimization if you do. There is a roll boost here. It's really inconsistent. I recommend you do this jump up here. And then build the gate here. I'll see if I can get the roll boost here. It's this one. So you roll at this pale piece right here. And try to get up. But as you can see, most of the time you get ever so slightly too short, but now I got it. Took about the same time as the gate would have gotten me, and this is the optimization with Aragorn. While the gate is going up, you can already start walking through it. Be sure to do this quickly with Gimli before he gets too scared of the ghosts. And then you can just start building with Aragorn while Gimli is terrified. And then get up. Three hits. And then you can build the next platform. This one starts at the left. So now you'll just have to wait for the Ghost King to go back and forth. 3 hits. And for this last board, you want to start building this one first, because this is the one he goes for first. But as you can see, if you're not fast enough to the next one, you'll just skip it and you lose a cycle. I didn't know I already hit him. But you've got time to hit the guy, build it, and get in position for the next hit. With a bit of practice, this should be pretty consistent. This timing. And I think he doesn't know he's already dead. I might be soft locked now. Sometimes starting to building these towers is so bad. So bad. You can be as consistent as you want. The game sometimes just hates you. But that's a slightly better fighter. Still lost a cycle. After Pass of the Dead, we move into Battle of Pelennor Fields. Really long cutscene. That one. And another scroller. Before we knew that we could skip cutscenes after auto scrollers by restarting the level, this was basically the longest cutscene in the game, because it was a long cutscene, another scroller, and a medium length cutscene. That's a little bit better now, even if you're playing with cutscenes. In this fight, every bit of time there's gonna be 2 orcs coming. So I just kill them. Whenever they show up, so they don't mess with me while I try to hit the head of the fell beast there. Also, be sure not to go too far to the sides, because as you can see, the Nazgul just took a couple of steps left and right. And if you just stay in the middle, it doesn't do that. So here I'm gonna be luring the Witch King to the middle, just so he moves a bit. But then the first attack is gonna be on the right. And the second one in the middle. And be sure to already stand on the blade, so he starts moving immediately. Then position Eowyn in front of him, Merry behind him, so Merry can get this hit in immediately, and then she gets in the hit afterwards. But now the most difficult part of this level. You can do this without one P2C, which is the easier option. But of course, if you can kill 2 of the elephants at once, or olifants, then it's a decent time save. The next one spawn at the right side, so we just gonna make our way there. You'll see the shadow just appear. We're gonna run along with it until all 3 of the elephants are inside of the map, like this. Because then this one is standing still perfectly for Legolas to hop on. And then we can go for the next one here with Aragorn. That's the easiest way I found to do this level. And then you just wait until the level ends. There you go. Now it's time for another level skip. We're gonna skip 2 levels this time. The next 2 levels for Sam and Frodo. Instead of going up here and hitting the secret stairs trigger there, we're gonna open the map and go to Dead Marshes. It thinks we already did Dead Marshes, that's why this map stone is activated, even though we've never been here. And then we are going to run towards the Black Gate. And hit the trigger here. Normally you shouldn't be able to do that, but yeah, that's just a huge oversight of the developers, that you can just walk there with Sam and Frodo. Wait till this rock is thrown. Build it, stand on it. Easy shit. And once the troll yells, you know it's locked on that target. And you can already move to the next area where you need to break stuff. Legolas because we're gonna need him in the next section. While Aragorn breaks the Murgle blocks and gets a third hit on the troll. So now a Nazgul will come. Normally there's like a camera pan, but sometimes it just doesn't work. Oh yeah, for sure. Easier said than done. Then I'm going to switch to Pippin. Gonna need him. After we get a hit on this guy. Move to the left. To get ready for this movement here. So with Pippin here, we're gonna make this jump before we kill the shoulder pad on the trolls side. So we don't have to build the platform and do all that stuff. Pippin is already ready there. Kill the troll. And get ready for the next Nazgul section. We switch back to Aragorn. For that troll there. So for this troll, he's attacking while moving, but you can also just press hold B, and that's the faster way, basically. Because he'll get tired after a couple of attacks. Attack him, hold B again, and wait till he gets tired again, attack him again. It's nice that the easiest way is also the fastest way of doing things. Make our way over here. Get a rock to the face. Another one. So here they want you to build. Yeah. Don't pick me up, please. They want you to build this thing. You don't need to. Just shoot an arrow there. Hop on here. Hop on the arrow and you skip the building time. Then lure the troll here. Shoot an arrow in his head, and that's this level done. And now the game thinks, oh, they finished Black Gate. I guess they already finished the previous 2 levels. We didn't, but we skipped them. And now we are in Mordor with Sam and Frodo, and we can go straight to the last level. We don't need Frodo here. Bye bye, Frodo. We're gonna leave you. Do everything with Sam here. Jump on here, and then jump towards this rock here. Be sure to stay on it. And then triple jump towards these railings. It's a bit of a weird collision, but as long as you make the attack in the vicinity of these railings, it should be fine. Right, and this is the most difficult triple jump in the game, in my opinion. You want to triple jump over this lava river, and the lava doesn't have collision, or yeah, death collision on the first part, but it does extend on the other bank, so that's what I mean. The timing is quite difficult here, but there we go. This is an easier triple jump most of the time. There we go. Yeah, that's just practice and figuring out the timing for that one. Right, here we jump on this one, and then we jump towards the horn gate there, so that we land there. Here. We continue to jump. Make sure you don't fall down there. Here we jump on this collision to get up here. And go into the volcano. Top Gollum of Frodo there. And wait for him with Sam to fight here. And here, while Sam is building another platform, jump off the edge with Frodo. But then Gollum thinks he already annoyed Frodo enough and waits for you here. Otherwise you have to... He goes back to Frodo, you have to throw him off again. Loses a bit of time. Here with Sam, we don't build anything. We die with Frodo again. Yeah, with Sam, we don't build anything, we just double jump across and the same way up. Frodo, Gollum is waiting for us here. Here, you just let go with Sam, and it respawns us back to the top. Meanwhile, you throw Gollum off with Frodo, get him, start attacking him. And that's basically the last part of this level. Well, the actual last part of the level is an auto-scroller. You have to mash B here. I think it's with Sam, with B2. I'm not sure. I just always mash B with both players. And the end of the run is an auto-scroller, where you can't lose time. But it's part of the game, so it's part of the timed section. Time ends once screen goes black and cutscene starts playing. So, time. And that's the LEGO Lord of the Rings restricted any percent speedrun. I hope it was informative. And helpful to people trying to learn well.